Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, you're welcome. My name is Rosina Sharon, and today I wanted to do a full glam makeup tutorial from start to finish for my beginners. Today we're going to do a very different technique when it comes to eyeshadow. So before you do that, kindly subscribe, share your thoughts in the comment section down below. I'll be reading all of them either. And if you like the video, give it a big thumbs up. With no further ado, let us go straight into the video. Okay, so we're going to start off by brushing our eyebrows up using a spoolie first before we start lining. And to line today, we're using the Davis number 3 eye pencil. Make sure the eye pencil is sharp, and please use very little force. Avoid using too much force. For my beginners, where to start lining? Just at the corner of your nose, how I have demonstrated. That is where you should start lining, and follow the exact shape of your eyebrows as you line. Around the outer corner, make sure you line it going outwards. Okay, on the upper side, brush the eyebrows going down so you avoid overlining, and then leave a bit of space around the inner corner so the eyebrows appear natural. So next we're going to use the Becca primer to brush through our eyebrows. Somebody told me I should be pronouncing it brows, not brows, so eyebrows. You can also use the soap technique for this. Make sure you wet the bar soap first, and then use the creamy side. Also make sure you press it in, allow it to dry out completely first before you start filling in. So we're only going to fill in the areas where we feel like there is a space, because we want the eyebrows to appear as natural as possible. And around the inner corner, we're going to draw hair-like structures. And please make sure the eye pencil is very pointy when you're drawing the hair-like structures, and use very little force as well. So to clean our eyebrows, we're going to use the Illegal Pro Concealer in the shade Fawn. And how you place your brush is very important. Okay, it should be side to side. Drag it down. Avoid pointing the brush onto the product, because it's going to accumulate a lot of products around the tip of the brush, and you're going to have that one very thick product line around your eyebrows. Please avoid that. Okay, so as you're cleaning your eyebrows, kindly drag the concealer down so it's easier for you to blend in when you're setting your eyelids. And the trick here is to use your brush while it's flat on the side like that. Don't point it on the eyebrow. You get a cleaner line when you do that. So next, before we apply eyeshadow, we're going to set the eyelids. We're going to use the very same concealer we used, which is Illegal Pro Concealer in the shade Fawn. This is a concealer 2 shades lighter than my skin tone. For my beginners, a concealer 2 shades lighter than your skin tone. So for our eyeshadow today, we're going to use the Royalty palette by Renee. For our technique today, we're going to start off by highlighter shade of brown from the outer corner up until where your eyebrow is at. Is it arched or arced? That one. Arced. Here. Where there is that arc. That is where you're going to stop at. Don't drag the eyeshadow all the way down to the inner corner up until where your eyebrow is arched. And then we're going to darken it up a little bit by a darker shade of brown, and again up to the point where it is your brow is arched or arched. That one, up to that point only. That is the technique we're going for today, because we want that very ombre-ish effect on the outer corner. So starting from the outer corner going towards the inner corner, just up until where your eyebrow is arched. Yeah, you can darken it a bit if you want more of a darker kind of a smoky look on the outer corner. Otherwise, for my beginners, don't go too dark. And then after that, we're going to blend in that shade with a very neutral shade around the upper lid, just below the eyebrows, around the upper lid. And for this technique, we are not going to draw a cut crease. We are only going to blend in the crease region where it is creased by the product remaining on the brush we used before. We're not drawing a cut crease. And then after that, we're going to start off by a brighter shade around the inner corner. For me, I decided to go with white. White brings out this, it makes your eyes look brighter. around the inner corner, which is very, very beautiful. And for the shades we're going for today are all matte shades. We're not going to use a shimmer today. So you can use whichever color you prefer around this region. For me today, I just wanted to do something very different, something I've not done before. So that is why I chose this color. So after that, we're going to do a glitter liner just in the middle part alone, just to give that eye a little bit of glow around the middle part. We are not going to do that all the way around the crease region. And then after that, make sure you blend in the edges of the crease region. We want a very smooth blend all through. And then after that, we're going to do a very small eyeliner, black eyeliner, and then we're going to blend at the edges of the liner with the transition, the darkest transition we use on this eye look, so it all blends in with the eyeliner. And then after that, you can do mascara and then do false lashes if you choose to. For my beginners, the trick when applying falsies is start off in the middle part as close to your natural lash line as possible, and then on the outer corner raise it up a bit so it is not very heavy on the eyes, just a bit. Don't do it as close to your natural lash line around the outer corner, just raise it a bit. That is the trick, just a little tiny bit, so it's not too heavy on the eyes. So moving on to the face, we're going to start off with the ordinary hyaluronic acid, and please avoid the applicator touching your face. Massage it in, allow it to set fast before you move on to moisturizer. For moisturizing, we're going to use the Cerave moisturizing cream and the sunscreen. Sunscreen is very important. So I'm mixing the two and then massaging it onto my skin. Allow it to set fast before you apply primer. So for my melanated skin, when you're going for a sunscreen, make sure it is SPF 30 and above, not anything below 30. So for primer, we're using the Rimmel Stay Matte primer, and please, for primer, tap it in. It should be absorbed into the skin. Tap it in and then allow it to set fast before you apply foundation. For foundation today, we're going to use the Fenty Beauty. This is in the shade 420, and we're going to apply it using a beauty blender. Make sure your beauty blender is damp, and then squeeze out the excess water first before you start applying. So the trick here is avoid using fresh product around your under eye. So just start from the cheeks going down, avoid at the under eye. If you want a flawless blend, avoid using fresh product around the under eye. Okay, and then please remember to blend in your neck. And while you're applying using a beauty blender, tap it in. And please don't use too much force while you're holding the beauty blender. Just allow it to move around freely. So tap it in using very little force. And then on the forehead region, start off just above the eyebrows going up, so you avoid using too much product around the hairline. So after blending that in, next we're going to highlight, and we're going to use the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in the shade number 40. Again, for my beginners, for highlighting, you're going to highlight using a concealer that is 2 shades lighter than our skin tone. And we are going to start off just on our under eye, and avoid using too much product. Okay, just use product, just place the product on the inner corner and outer corner alone. That is enough. And then blend it in immediately as you go, because these concealers dry out very, very fast. If you're not careful enough, by the time you come to this other side, it would be already dried out, and it is going to create creases, and you don't want that. So blend it in immediately as you go. Start off with the under eye, blend it in, move to the bridge of your nose. Again, less is more when it comes to makeup. Avoid using too much product, even on the bridge of your nose, and blend it in immediately, especially if you're using a matte concealer. And then when you're blending the bridge of your nose, just don't leave one line going from up going down. Blend it in with the foundation so it looks flawless. And then when it comes to highlighting the forehead, highlight less if you have a big forehead, highlight more if you have a smaller forehead. And again, blend it in immediately. And then after that, we're going to set the areas where we highlighted using the Sacha Buttercup setting powder. I realized something, especially for beginners, avoid using the white setting powders. For melanated skin, use something with a warmer undertone. And for this, place your beauty blender onto the setting powder. Blow off the excess powder first. Emphasis on blow off the excess powder. And then you press it in. You're going to get a very flawless blend. This is more of a setting than it is baking. So avoid a baking when you're still a beginner. Avoid using a leaving product around that area for a long time. Just set it. It is going to look flawless. Believe me on that. And then just set the areas where you highlighted using the concealer. And then after that, we're going to contour. And contour going up, okay? Don't drag the product down. Your contour should be facing up. And then always remember to contour the forehead as well. So start off from the hairline going down. When it comes to contouring the forehead, from hairline going down, okay? And make sure it blends in with your cheekbone contour. When it comes to contouring the nose, I use a smaller brush. And if for beginners, if you don't know where to start, place the brush on that angle I just showed you. That is going to give you a guideline on where to start drawing going down, drawing your contour going down. And make sure you draw straight lines, okay? Straight lines, not crooked lines. Be very careful when you're doing this. And then after that, if you want a very flawless blend around the nose contour, use a cleaner brush to blend in. Don't use the same brush you used to draw the line. Use a cleaner brush when it comes to blending in, so you avoid having harsh contour lines around your nose. So next, I'm just applying a creamy eyeliner on the waterline. I'm going to make it as dark as possible, just on the waterline. That is where you should place it. It's more flattering when it's just on the waterline. So next, we're moving on to blush, and we're going to apply that just on the edge of the contour, placing the product first around the cheeks going up. We avoid using the product going up to the ear. We just want the blush around the cheeks area. Next, we're going to set using a setting spray. Please, when you're setting your face with a setting spray, give it a bit of distance. Do not place the setting spray too close to your face. Give it a bit of a distance. And then after that has set, we're going to highlight using Fenty Beauty Hustla Baby. And then the mistake beginners do mostly is applying too much highlighter. The highlighter should only be visible when the light is hitting your face. Okay? So please avoid using too much highlighter. And then when it comes to highlighting the nose, just on the tip of the nose, not below it, not above it, just around the tip. Use a smaller brush and apply it side to side, okay? It is more flattering when you do it side to side, not like one line going up, down. Side to side is more flattering. And then, yeah, you can highlight your cupid's bow as well. And then after that, we are going to start off by lip lining. I'm using the Davis No. 3 lip liner. And make sure you blend in the lip liner first before you apply the lipstick. For lipstick, I was using Wet n Wild. I was trying to look for the name. I did not find it. Sorry. I'm going to, I think I'll put the name on the description box. Yeah, please check that. And that would be our final look for today. Yeah, let me know what you think about this whole look. I hope you have learned something from this video. And thank you so much for watching. I'll be seeing you in the next video. Bye.